Your screen has told you that we are recording. Um, this is our second review session. I have just a few things to go over with you. Unless you have questions, we'll be done in just a few minutes today. Remember, this is the second week when you should be fixing up your notes. Hopefully, you have them all together and organized, and now you're going to add stuff. Oh, can I have your notes? If you want. Yes, the whole pop. Just give me the whole stack. So my daughter is a goody two shoes. She got all her stuff together. She has all of her units and all of her study guides. You should all be doing that and get your pile of notes. Thank you. Now that you have them, you've got four options. They're on the screen. You might want to take a screenshot now. The simplest thing that you can do is just go through the study guide. Make sure you answered that in your notes. Some students will use BS content and get a stamp. Congratulations, you fooled no one. And now you're kind of screwed. If you had BS homework, insincere packets, then you're at a loss because, like, it's irrelevant paper, and how the hell are you going to build something from scratch? But if I think I know most of you and your habits, I think all of you are actually sincere about your work, then you should have, like, question one said, what's the first president of the US? And then in your notes, you would say first president George Washington. But do that. Go through all your notes, make sure that there is a reference to the question attached to your answers so that your answers aren't random facts, but they are anchored in context. So if you just wrote George Washington, that's not helpful, right? First pres equals, and then now you've given a context to your answer. The simplest thing that you can do is just double check against the study guide to make sure your notes are good. Second thing that you could do is go check out AP Classroom. They have the course broken up into units that are kind of similar to ours. Some of the units on AP Classroom are exactly the same, but you'll notice, like, oh, population stuff looks like population stuff, and energy stuff looks like energy. You can use their AP Classroom content, check your notes, and if you find, like, oh, AP Classroom says I'm supposed to know the third president, but Jose never said, then you can go to the corresponding packet and add in the information that AP Classroom wants you to know that I didn't teach you. No, Caitlin. Only Caitlin asked me, is this the time we should look and answer the non-starred questions in the study guide? If they don't have a star, I don't think they're likely to be on the AP exam. If they don't have a star, the stuff that I put in the study guide is more for enrichment, your general science knowledge. I don't think it's going to be, like, critical to the AP exam. It's more conversational than it is directly to prepare you for the exam. It can't hurt. If you really want to get a five, you probably got to get your brain, like, fully in environmental science mode. So you should look at them. But I don't think you should stress about that. I wouldn't consider that necessary at this point. Um, the third thing on my screen is you could just, like, start fishing the internet for environmental science stuff. What's current events, recent news, ongoing controversies, whatever. But I think that what most high school kids are going to like to do is number four, because you can lay back and people babble at you. That's less active on your end. And you can just have your notes out and you can just go through stuff. I have two recommendations, but there's a butt ton. I just want to show you the two that I've linked on this screen. Um, One of them is this guy, Jordan Smeeds. He's like a very capable, literate lecturer. He's got stuff broken into units. He talks about the exams in particular. I think you should focus on the units, not the exam prep for now. You can focus on exam prep later. The stuff that you need is like unit 1, unit 2, unit 3 on this page. If I was more hip to the jive, I could show you more options. But he's got an experimental design thing. He's got like the legal stuff and the math stuff. Um, I wouldn't really focus on the how-to exam things, but the units I think are going to be really helpful. And likewise, the College Board has made a series of review videos. They have stuff to prepare for the exam, which I would not recommend right now. The exam is too far away. It'll just build anxiety. You don't need anxiety. You need more content, especially right now. So I would scroll down past the FRQ videos to the units, um, like this one. Ecosystems and biodiversity, populations, earth systems, land water use, energy resources, aquatic, terrestrial, and air pollution, and so on. Both of these links will give you some videos that you could watch for maybe like 2 hours total. So you could do like 2 hours at the College Board and 2 hours with Mr. Smeeds. And then just when they say something you didn't know, go to your notes, add it. If they say something that contradicts me, go to your notes, add it. If they say something you've heard before, check your notes. Make sure you wrote it the same way. Sometimes people will explain things with like one word that makes it click for you, and I didn't. That's going to happen. I'm a great lecturer, but you might jive better with a single trigger term that's different. So watch other people, look around on YouTube. If you find somebody good, let me know. We'll share it with the other students. You could print stuff off the internet. You could photocopy papers from other teachers. You could check study guides. I'm very suspicious of those books they sell you for studying for the AP exam, but you could check it out. Um, this should get you to the weekend. Let me see if I can do this correctly. Bear with me for just a moment, please. Okay. My daughter recommended something on Instagram called Beacons AI. Is that what it's called? My daughter's going to send it to me and I'll put it on the thing. In the meantime, while my daughter is getting this resource ready for me to share with you, you are right here in the review plan. Next weekend, like the last couple days before we see each other again, you should get into the trivia stuff, the environmental atlas and the case studies. That's what you're going to be doing when we see each other a week from today. But until the 20th, which I believe is Saturday, it's my niece's birthday. Until the 20th, you should be fixing up your notes. You've got like 5 days left. Oh no, this computer's not connected to my messaging. So I'll blast out this link via the Remind app that my daughter just sent me. Let me put these in the chat. So if somebody wants, you can bookmark these. That's the link in the chat now. For the College Board stuff, here's the link for Mr. Smeeds. You could check notes from Ms. Khan. You could check notes from previous students. You could ask your mommy and daddy what they've heard about each of these units, if maybe they know something that I haven't taught you, and just beef up your notes. That's the end of our meeting, unless you have questions. If you have a question that's relevant, put it in the chat. If not, I want to stop recording.